Hello everyone, back again with movie and tune recap. Today, I'm going to explain an American supernatural horror film from 2011, titled Final Destination 5. Spoilers ahead, so watch out and take care. The film begins with a group of workers gathering for a company retreat. Sam Lawton, an office worker and short-order cook, prepares breakfast before the bus ride, and his best friend, Peter, is waiting for everyone to arrive. Sam's girlfriend, Molly Harper, shows up and breaks up with him due to his dreams of going to Paris to be an apprentice for his mentor, and Sam is hurt by Molly's decision. Meanwhile, Peter's girlfriend, Candace, who is an intern and a gymnast, arrives with her rival, Olivia Castle, who is a stylish office worker. On the other hand, Molly is being flirted with by Isaac Palmer, a co-worker and also a womanizer. Sam goes to the construction area of the building to find his friend, Nathan Sears, a supervisor who struggles with a difficult worker named Roy. Nathan and Sam then head to the bus with the rest of the group for their trip. As the bus heads onto a bridge, the North Bay Bridge, Sam notices that the road construction looks suspicious and starts feeling uneasy, even injuring his finger. The bus is stopped by a traffic operator and then, the bridge begins to crack. The workers get off the bus, with Candace becoming trapped as chunks of the road fall into the lake below. She clings to the railing on the side of the bridge, but it detaches, causing her to fall and impale herself on the sail of a nearby boat. The group panics as the bridge deteriorates rapidly. Isaac, who was taking a call in the bus bathroom, remains on the bus. The bus crashes into the lake, and Isaac is thrown against the windshield, where he is crushed and drowns on impact. A crack in the middle of the bridge kills many people, and only a pair of support beams provide a way to get to the other side safely. Sam helps Molly across, and she makes it to safety. He tries to help Olivia, but she loses her glasses and falls into the lake. Olivia, still alive, tries to swim, but a falling car crushes her. Nathan attempts to reach Sam, but the wires supporting the bridge snap, and one whips across his path, which kills him. The company boss, Dennis, is thrown over the edge of the bridge, and as he hangs on, a tank of hot tar spills, burning his flesh off and causing him to fall into the lake with the rest of the debris. Peter grabs onto a remaining part of the bridge railing, and Sam does the same, and Molly panics as she watches them. The truck beside Molly has a metal slider holding several construction rods. The slider falls and the rods impale Peter through his face, causing him to fall onto the cement foundation of the bridge. The slider continues to fall and slices Sam in half. It is then that Sam wakes up and realizes it was just a vision and that nothing has happened yet. Panic, Sam tells everyone that the bridge is going to collapse and gets Molly off the bus. Peter, Candace, Olivia, Nathan, Isaac, and Dennis also follow. As the bridge begins to collapse, Sam rushes all of his friends to safety, and the group is surprised and confused about how Sam knew the accident was going to happen. FBI agent, Jim Block, who is tasked with investigating the disaster, believes that it is a terrorist attack. Although he doesn't believe Sam to be responsible for this, he does promise Sam to keep an eye on him. At the company funeral, William Bloodworth, a local coroner, warns the group that death is after them, but they all ignore his warnings and move on with their lives. Later that night, Sam visits Molly's house, and they reconcile. The next day, Candace is at her gymnastics practice with Peter, who cheers her on. Candace works on the balance beam, and a screw from a malfunctioning AC unit falls onto the beam, sharp side up. She has several close calls with the screw but remains uninjured. Candace then moves to the vault, and as she flips, a fan set up by one of the coach blows powder into the area after another gymnast lands on the screw, impaling her foot and knocking over a pit full of powder. Candace loses her sight due to the powder, causing her to miss her landing, and falls, breaking her neck as her spine and knee pop through her skin. Peter becomes devastated as paramedics arrive at the scene, and Sam consoles Peter upon his arrival. The next day, the group gathers at their workplace and starts drinking to relax. Isaac goes through the desks of deceased co-workers and finds a gift card for a Chinese massage parlor. He visits the parlor, flirts with several women, but is attended by an old Chinese woman who speaks English but refuses to speak to him. She performs acupuncture on Isaac and leaves him in a soundproof room so that he can sleep for 30 minutes. With needles in place, he is rather immobile when the wind causes a piece of burning incense to fall on a towel, lighting it. When nobody reacts to his screams, Isaac rolls over on the bed and one of its legs collapses, sending him to the ground and pushing the needles into his body. He struggles to get up, but a bottle of alcohol causes a fire when a candle is knocked over by his vibrating phone. Isaac avoids the fire, but as he leans against the wall, a shelved Buddha statue falls and crushes his head. Bloodworth, who has been present for all the deaths, tells the remaining survivors that there is a way to avoid death. They must kill someone to take their remaining days on Earth, and Peter becomes obsessed with the idea, driving him to madness. Agent Jim Block, covering the case of Sam and his friends, finds the string of deaths hard to believe. Olivia goes to get eye surgery the same day. The doctor straps her head in place, and Olivia, fearful, clutch a teddy bear. As the doctor inserts tools to keep her eyes open, she rips off one of the bear's eyes. The doctor tells Olivia to wait, but a glass of water she placed on the water cooler earlier falls onto an electrical outlet, causing a short circuit and a malfunction in the laser machine, making it overheat. Panicking, Olivia reaches for the remote control, but it drops to the floor, pressing the button to begin the surgery. The laser slices her eye open and fires several more times, burning through her hand and scarring her face. Olivia managed to escape the machine just as Sam, Molly, and the doctor rush in to see her. Terrified, Olivia trips on the teddy bear's eye, falls through the window onto a parked car below, leading to her demise. No longer able to deny the fact that death is chasing them, Sam and Molly study its design again, and realize that Nathan is the next on death's list. Meanwhile, Nathan is working in construction and talking to Roy, an angry employee. Nathan sees a beam with a hook moving dangerously close and urges Roy to move. In the commotion, Nathan accidentally pushes Roy backward, and the hook falls. Roy is stopped from landing on the spikes below, but Nathan then realizes Roy has been impaled by the hook through his head. When the group comes together, Peter discovers that Nathan accidentally killed Roy, which means Nathan has taken Roy's remaining days, skipping his turn in death's design. Meanwhile, as Dennis is questioning the group, a wrench that Roy had placed on a machine is twisted into Dennis' face, killing him. Later that night, at Le Miro 81, the cafe where Sam works, his mentor offers him an apprenticeship in Paris, and lets him have the restaurant for the night to spend with Molly. Peter crashes their dinner and tells them how he almost pushed a woman in front of a truck to steal her life, but couldn't go through with it. He then reflects on Candace's death, expressing anger that she died while Molly survived in Sam's vision. Peter, now crazy, tries to kill Molly, but she runs away and takes refuge in the kitchen, while Sam fights Peter off. The gunshots alert Agent Block, who is standing outside the restaurant. When he goes to investigate, he is shot fatally by Peter, transferring Block's remaining years to Peter. The fight continues, leading to a gun being placed on the burning stove before Peter knocks Sam unconscious. As Peter is about to kill Molly, Sam, who is now conscious, stabs him in the back with a large skewer. Wondering if he now got Block's life, the gun on the stove fires, missing Sam by a mere inch, and this confirms that he has his life. 2 weeks later, Sam and Molly are boarding a plane to Paris, and Molly asks for the window seat. As they board, they see a group of high schoolers fighting, and one kid is kicked off the plane along with several students and a teacher. During takeoff, Sam overhears that the kid claimed to have a vision that the plane was going to explode. This group is recognizable to the audience as Alex Browning and his classmates. Sam and Molly are on Flight 180. The film is a prequel to the first Final Destination. Panic, Sam looks at his plane ticket, which reads Flight 180, and suddenly, the plane begins to explode, just as Alex Browning predicted, and chaos ensues. Molly is sucked out of the side of the plane and cut in half by the wing, while the rest of the plane catches fire, burning Sam to death, and as the plane goes down in flames, a fiery engine falls. Meanwhile, at a local bar, Nathan is talking to a guy who reveals that Roy would have died in the next few days after his death involving the hook because he was ill. Nathan is worried as the guy walks away, saying life is a bitch, and suddenly, the flaming landing gear from Flight 180 crashes through the bar and crushes Nathan to death, flinging his arm toward the screen. The film concludes with a montage of scenes from the first 4 films, revealing that this story is a prequel to the events of the original Final Destination. Okay guys, that's all the recap about Final Destination 5 from 2011. Thanks for watching, see you again in the next video.